Welcome back to the channel Nurture Natural Way of Living. Today we are going to make a very tasty and healthy dish called pav bhaji. So this is very famous dish in Maharashtra, and its quite nutritive value is quite high because we make use of multiple vegetables. So I'll tell what all I am using. So we are making use of capsicum, carrot, beans, cauliflower and potato. So you can make use of other vegetables as well, like peas, and the season is not right now, so I am not making use of peas. You can make use of frozen peas as well, but I am not using it. It's an optional. So the step now is we have to peel these vegetables and cut it into pieces and then boil into the water. So let's start with that. So now these are cut and we have taken quite big pieces, so anyhow we have to boil them. So all the vegetables are cut except capsicum because it has to be put at end when the pav bhaji is, we are giving tadka to the pav bhaji. We'll put these in a cooker and then pressure cook it. So let's put that in the cooker. Do put these vegetables after washing it properly. We have switched on the gas and adding water to it. So as per the quantity we need to adjust the water in it. So we are putting around 1.5 to 2 glasses of water in it. So 1.5 glass of water we have added to it. This is sufficient for us. We have started the gas. We'll turn on the gas at the flame and we'll close the lid. We'll keep it in the pressure cooker till one whistle. I have got the first whistle, so we'll keep it for some time or we'll stop?
We'll stop.
We'll stop the flame now. We'll turn off the flame and we'll let it sit for some time. Now next step is preparing this mixture. So we have taken 2 medium-sized onion, 3 medium-sized tomato, and this we had 2 capsicum. We have taken small pieces of garlic and ginger. So we have taken 7 to 8 small pieces of garlic and around 2 inch of ginger. We have grated garlic and ginger, and we have chopped finely onion, tomato and capsicum. Now we have opened the pressure cooker. It is now cool and the vegetables are now soft. We'll press this. You can use whatever tool or instrument or kitchenware you have. We have this type of, so just press it properly. It should be totally meshed up. We need to mesh all the vegetables and make a kind of smooth mixture. If you want, you can do it in a grinder or mixer as well, but personally we like to do it this way. It don't get very fine, so it gives a bit natural taste. So at this consistency level we have mesh this vegetables. So we are now adding around 2 spoons or 3 spoons of oil. This is rice bran oil we are using, physically refined. And
you can use butter or ghee also.
So we tend to avoid refined oil, although there was a big propaganda that refined oils are the most healthy ones. But now it is proved that the refined oils are hydrogenated oils and they even produce worst quality of cholesterol and have a worst effect on hearts. So natural oils are the best oils, whether you take coconut oil or rice bran oil or groundnut oil, which are physically refined and chemicals are not used. So it's your choice which oil you want to use. So we're waiting for pan or oil to get hot. So now we are adding jeera or cumin seeds. Jeera adds up to the taste, and it's very good for acidity as well. It helps in digestion. It's most commonly used Indian herb, you can say, or spices in every cooking. Now we'll add ginger and garlic paste. We allow it to get little brown. Now we'll add other chopped items. We'll add onion.
Light brown.
So we are making onion till light brown. So we'll make it light brown. Now we'll add other spices. We'll add haldi or turmeric. It has great antiseptic and anti-inflammatory properties. Another common spice used in Indian cooking. Now we'll add coriander powder or dhania powder. Enhances the taste and is very good for overall health and digestion. Iron is a good source of iron. So as it seeds, it is properly roasted. Next we'll add tomatoes to it. All favorite tomato that brings a tangy taste into all the vegetables. And it gives very nice food color and is rich in vitamin C. Any vegetable is not complete until we add tomato to it. So we have taken 3 tomatoes. Now next is the turn of table salt or Himalayan pink salt. You can add whatever you like as per your taste. So it's very difficult to tell the quantity of salt. Every person has a different taste of salt. We have added around 3 small spoons of salt. Mix it properly. All the onion, tomato should soak all these spices. So you see major portion of this bhaji is these spices and onion, tomato. So now next turn would be to add capsicum in a while. We have not pressure cooked capsicum because it tastes good if it is bit you can say it's not soft. If it doesn't get soft, then it tastes better and it doesn't lose its taste. So we have added the capsicum now. You can add any color of capsicum. There are different yellow, orange, red and green capsicum. The most common one is green one. Now we'll cover this pan with some thali or plate and we'll reduce the flame. We'll keep it like this for 3 to 4 minutes so that the mixture gets cooked properly. In between you can remove the lid and can mix the this solution or mixture properly. And you have to mesh this again in the kadhai itself. So it is now a bit hot, so do it carefully. But now it will get compressed or it will get soft more easily.
Make sure flame is low.
Make sure flame is low, it's not high. We'll again cover it for 2 to 3 minutes and we'll wait for it to get properly cooked. So usually when the oil gets separate from onion and tomato, that's the sign that your masala is properly cooked. So we'll wait till then. Oil has now started to separate. So the masala is cooked. So we'll add our vegetables to this. We'll mix the vegetables with the masala and then further add the remaining vegetables. Keep mixing it in between so that it mixes properly, since afterwards it will get full till the top and it will be very difficult to mix all the vegetables with the masala. So we will be adding chili powder basically, and pav bhaji masala at the end. In case you don't want to use chili powder and instead you want to make use of green chilies, then you can make use of it during when you add garlic and ginger. So we'll increase the flame, we'll make it high so it's looking yummy and healthy. So it is boiling now, we can see small boils have started to come. So when we get the boil, we'll reduce the flame. We'll reduce the flame and add the pav bhaji masala. So this is the pav bhaji masala we have. You can buy from any grocery store. There are different companies. So around 1.5 spoon we have added this pav bhaji masala. It contains all the necessary spices for pav bhaji and it makes it really tasty. And you can add red chili powder according to taste. So we are adding degi mirch, which enhances the color, but it's not very spicy. Those who like very spicy can add pure red chili masala. Mix it properly. Now it's mixed properly. So you can have it like this as well, or you can crush it further. So it's up to your taste. Some people enjoy if small and soft pieces of vegetables come into their mouth, and some want it very coarse and fine. Just be careful while pressing this. Now we'll need coriander leaves for garnishing our pav bhaji. So I have fresh garlic corianders growing in my balcony. So I'll take some leaves. You can take from your vegetable store as well. So it's very nice when you have fresh coriander growing and you take it from your kitchen gardening area itself. So I have now a lot of coriander. I have coriander in other planters as well. So I'll take some from there. You can see the video of planting coriander. I'll put in the description box. We have garnished it with the coriander, freshly coriander.
मम्मी ये तो बहुत टेस्टी है.